I'm in the reading room now. This is where the kids call them chapter books. Every section of our books, we always have one place where the new books are that we've just recently acquired. So these are the new fiction. They have blue dots on them. And then on this side are the series paperbacks that the kids love. We've got your Magic Treehouse, these fairy books. This is all of these books are on the floor. I don't have any of these books in the back room. So if a kid's looking for something and it's supposed to be here and it's not here, it's been checked out. So, and then after this section here, the fiction starts again, alphabetized by the author's last name, and it wraps around the room. We just don't have enough shelf space to put everything. We have found that it's a lot easier to see what we have when there aren't a whole lot of books on the shelf. So in front of the reading room, we have a section of classics that we have identified. There's no way we have enough room for all of the award books, but some that are some of our favorites we have here. Then we also have some of these series, the Oxford Children's Classics. These are unabridged. We also have abridged classics. A lot of the kids really enjoy these. We encourage checking these out. And of course, we have Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. And then over here, for those of you who are participating in the Mark Twain Awards or the Building Block Award, where the kids, both of those are Reader's Choice Awards, where the kids read so many books on the list, and then they get to vote across the state of Missouri for their favorite novel on the Mark Twain list, for instance. All right, this is a section we call Favorite Friends, and as you can see, it is very popular with the children. Sometimes adults aren't so keen on these. These books tend to be really text-heavy. The purpose of these visits here, though, is for the kids to find books that they love. All right, Barbie, how many kids love Barbie? She's not possibly going to read this book. Maybe she's not ready. The print's too small, there's too many words on the page, but this child really wants this book, and you're going to see her engaged in turning the page, in getting that left to right, top to bottom thing, and tracking. I understand you guys have books for learning and improving their reading skills at school, and so we really encourage you. I don't believe in Barbie either, but the kids love it, and if they pick the book, they're going to look at it, and eventually they're going to learn how to read. Graphic novel collection, again, another very popular one, probably for the same reason those other ones are. The visual learner, those reluctant readers are going to gravitate towards these. A lot of the kids are drawn to these books partly because the format, I believe, is something different. It's visually appealing to a certain kind of learner. The kids who are drawn to these books are really drawn to these books, and to keep them away from them, it just doesn't seem fair. Again, we want the kids to engage here. We want them to love to read. And if they love graphic novels, then they can join millions of other Americans. Everybody does. Look at, we've even got stuff for the youngest reader. How adorable is this? And these characters, this is coming, Benny and Penny, they can follow these. And this generation of kid, it's a much more visual world than when I grew up. And you might think it's just cartoons. They're following a storyline, they're developing character, there's a setting, there's conflict, everything we want the kids to learn about story, it's right here. And they love it. Okay, we started the Graphic Novel Book Club this summer. They meet every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock with a graphic designer who's also a librarian, and he is teaching them the elements of graphic novels. The kids are writing their own, they read them, they discuss them. It's not like, okay, we're all going to read the same book and talk about that book. It's not that kind of book club. Again, we want to engage the kids where the kids want to be engaged. There's so many of them that enjoy this art form that we decided to feed that passion. So we encourage you to encourage the kids to come to the library at 7 o'clock every Tuesday night. Okay, just very quickly, these magazines do circulate. We highly recommend them. Again, the reluctant readers are drawn to these. There's little bits of information that's highly interesting to certain learners, and we found with the older kids especially who are drawn to sports, for instance. Sports Illustrated for Kids uh, they're going to read. So here we have audiobooks on CD. We found these books are very rich in vocabulary. They challenge a child. If you're reading at a 3rd grade level, you could listen to a book at a 6th grade level that you wouldn't necessarily be able to read on your own, but you're developing your comprehension skills, you're developing your vocabulary, and even though they're not tracking on the page, they are internalizing story, and their vocabularies are growing immensely listening to audio books. So these require CD players. Okay, here's the teen room, and the Crossroads administration will let you know which classes can come in here. The middle school will be doing the same thing as the lower grades. Half the group will be going in the activity room, and half the group will be shopping for materials. So the materials they will shop for in the teen room, we have a graphic novel collection in here as well that they know about. All of these books. This is all fiction in the room. Again, there's a new section of new books, and then alphabetized by author's last name, and it wraps all the way around the room. As you see, this is a pretty cool place to hang out. We encourage the kids after school to come. This room, if you're 12 to 18, you can hang out in this room and get on the computers. So the school will let you know what groups will be coming in the teen room.
Will our students be allowed to be on the computers while they're here?
Oh, that's a good question. No, only if they're using catalog. They can use the catalog computer, and we can see what they're doing. So if they do log into a computer, they just need to go to the library's website so that they can be looking for materials. No games, no internet. That's for another time. Come to the library after school. They can do whatever they want.